gonna do is that we're just bringing up your leg. It's called a 90-90. So your hip's at 90 degrees and your knee is bent to 90 degrees. With this, because your osteoporosis is pretty severe in your hips, we want to make sure we are not overly rotating your hips. We're not being too aggressive with your hips. Everything with your legs should be very easy, gentle movements.
Okay, we're gonna do both legs or just one?
I'm gonna stretch one just for the sake of the video, but you should be stretching both. There's nothing wrong with your legs that they both can't be stretched out.
Right. Okay.
So for the sake of the video, I'll do one, but you can always do both.
Okay.
Same with your arms if you ever need it. Okay, so I'm gonna take your leg here. We have unstrapped your feet from your buckles. Again, we want to make sure that his hip is not being overly rotated at all. So I'm going to have a hand on his hip here just to make sure that we're not getting too overly rotated or anything like that. What we're going to do is just push in by your foot.
Okay.
And just push into your chest a little bit.
And that's like perpendicular?
Yep. So this one we're just bringing straight into your chest here. Ooh, a little bit of a pop there.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did it hurt or did it feel good?
I don't
Okay.
I have a rod in my left leg,
Okay.
and when I broke my leg, it fell off the wheel of the.
Oh boy.
And I spiral fracture. I had 3/4 of my leg was severed. I just didn't even know it broke.
Oh wow.
I thought I sprained it.
So after that 30 or 60 second hold here, we'll get your leg straightened as much as we can. And while your leg is straightened, I'm just gonna hold under your ankle here a little bit. Push in through the top of your toes, and we're gonna get you a stretch through your calf muscle, your gastroc muscle. So we're just gonna stretch here. Same thing as with the upper extremity. You wanna go until you feel like the muscle doesn't wanna budge any further. And then you wanna hold it here for about 30 to 60 seconds. Is it feeling okay?
Do you want to push farther, or is that
No, yeah, this is just one of those ones, it's just like your arm, you go until you feel like the muscle doesn't want to go any further. And we can only go so far with this one too, because your ankle bones kind of stop you from going too far. And then we'll release this. And very carefully bend that knee. Bring you up into this again. Is it feeling okay?
do we bring it up too, or?
You can, yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, you want.
So we can have it straightened out like this.
This gets a hamstring, right?
Yeah, and then we can bring it up just a smidge. If you need to rest the foot up on your shoulder, that's okay. And we'll just bring the leg up. Same thing with the upper extremity.
That's pretty high, so.
It is pretty high. Your leg is pretty flexible here. Are you feeling a stretch in your hamstring back here?
Not too much.
Not too much?
I can go higher. Probably put behind my neck. That's really good.
Yeah, this is really good. You have really good flexibility.
Yeah, sometimes it was tight, but you know, I'm getting.
So for this one, if you're noticing with the knee bent that it's just not getting enough, you can straighten this knee and then bring it in again.
I can feel that.
Yep, and when you straighten this knee, it really activates that hamstring more.
I can feel that. That's probably good to stretch that out.
Yeah. So for you, I would say keeping that knee straight is key, because with your knee bent, you're just a little too flexible, which is nothing wrong. But to make sure we're getting a good stretch, I'm just gonna have my hand over his kneecap, make sure that it's not bending on me at all. I'm having my right hand just underneath his ankle on his calf, and I'm just pushing in. Same thing with that upper extremity, going until you feel like the muscle doesn't want to budge any further. Hold it for about 30 to 60 seconds.
How many sets?
You can do this 3 to 5 times for each. And then this same thing applies for your upper extremity. You could do this multiple times a day if it feels good. If it starts to feel like you're straining any muscles, things start to feel a little too sore, I would say give it a rest for a day or so. If you do start to feel a little bit of extra muscle soreness from stretching, you can, if it's okay by your doctor, you can use some Motrin, some Tylenol, something like that. Or you could use a hot pack or a cold pack, whatever feels better to you.
Right. And then, are we also gonna push the leg up?
Put the knee into the chest one more time.
Putting up my leg, like stretching out my ankle.
How else would you like to stretch it?